stream should be back, and if I don't do that, then the WOD gets incorrectly labeled. I should be back. And, wanted to stop the stream to make sure that the WOD got the correct name as well. I forgot to change the stream title. Restore this one and immediately set up a new save. Hey there, Arjuri, welcome in. Welcome in, guys, from Arjuri's channel.
What?
Missionaries from Finland. What? Arjuri screaming into the mic at high volume, a classic on those streams. Hey guys, Akmafin and Arjuri, welcome in. We are just getting started here with probably the second part of chapter 4 in this game. The previous stream before this, we managed to escape the dungeon. So we're out of the dungeon at least, but we haven't made it to safety yet. We're stranded in the middle of nowhere, probably surrounded by soldiers, and we need to make our way to Inglendale Pass. That's the project for tonight. Let me set up the window projector here. There we go. Okay, now everything is ready here. You're lucky you didn't raid me when I needed to go offline to change the title. There goes Stream Elements catching up with what I was doing. Good job. Okay. Now, where are we? We're at Sarsagoth. I assume we try to make our way over here through the pass. Let's at least have that be the plan for now. How are we doing on health? We're okay. Don't have a lot of rations though. This is the entrance to Sarsagoth. I suppose we're going this way. Let's double check though. Yeah, we are. Best make sure we aren't going in the wrong direction. That would not be great. Swirled Heart, we're about to get surrounded. Yes, we are. By a huge group of soldiers. Suppose we try to get Owen out of the way here if we can. What we really need to focus on doing is trying to get away so we can cast some spells. We can't cast any spells when we're in hand-to-hand combat, so that's a major drawback. So we either need to try to sneak up on them so we get the element of surprise. It's perhaps the better option. Or we need to try to see if we can outmaneuver them somehow in mid-combat. This fight is going very poorly for us. Basically dead. That went well. Guess we should also make up a new save for part 11. So we don't override the old one. Didn't notice this cemetery over here. Totally. What did we miss here? How can they have made these stones so quickly? Possessed of an evil magic, these stones. They're known as the Terror Stones, condemned of Sarsagoth. Sometimes on the eve of their execution brought to this place. A new church of their head remains above ground until the time they are to die. They gaze onto their names and often go mad. You can only assume Telegon intended that we were to be brought here. The people are executed, are they buried here? We are like unto the Elatil and all ways of the dead, once a brother falls in death. That which lies upon the ground is a living thing no more, only rotting meat unworthy of further attention. Only when we intend great insult do we inter our kin. So this is our own graves. That's fantastic. Hey there, 48k Ram, welcome in. I think we'll do a full complement of this spell here. Get rid of this wizard over there. That will be the first thing we do. Once they're weakened, they are pretty easy to take care of. Until that point, they're tough. See what we find on these guys. Some money, always welcome. Poisoned rations. It's not great. Leave them. Weird to be looking at our own graves here. Where are the rest of the bodies as well? There were at least 4 men in this party. Where are they? More poisoned rations. This was poisoned as well. There's a fourth guy right there. This is poisoned. These are not, so we'll kill for these. Some additional flame root oil. We might already have a vial that we could add to. How many do we have then? Well, we can use this on the armor. So we can add one and then we can drag the bottle over to fill it again. It will get us full use. Guess we save now. I guess we also need to rest. Owen took a bit of a pummeling there. Always does when you need to cast a spell. It's always at the cost of stamina and health. Are we going in the right direction? A fairly important thing. Can't really see at this point. Probably not. Probably want to go down this road. We do. Let's thread very carefully. The road is absolutely filled with enemies. Can't even see them before we're surrounded here. As we try to defend ourselves a while, see if we can. That works at all. Can't really afford to have Gorth missing though, it's completely out of the question. Every blow pretty much needs to strike here. We have to survive this. Okay, one of them is running away. I'll definitely let him. One is still alive. He's taken a fair amount of beating. Need to take out this guy with the bow. One is now at 18 health. Isn't doing too hot. No. In very bad shape. I have no idea why that guy is running away. We're doing very poorly with this battle. I've already beaten Gorth to a point where he's probably not likely to actually hit them again. As his health gets lower, his accuracy gets poorer. The chances of surviving become very slim. And of course we're dead. I can't even see them to advance quietly at them, so I'm not sure what the plan would be there. I guess what we could do is prepare ourselves for this battle in a better way. And enhance our armor. And our swords. This won't do any good. This is the anti-venom. We already have the spider. We can poison the blade. I guess we can't do both. We can't do both. Can we do both with the... No. You only have one enhancement going on at the same time, I assume. We can, okay. Slowed again, not waste these weapons or these enhancements. That's not a wise idea. And it's just a question of which one of these is the best option here. Guessing poison is actually a pretty good option. Let's take a look at this is a defensive potion. Well, definitely take one of those. This is the strength potion, not strictly required. This is for spell casting. Don't really need that either. But this is definitely something that we could use. Because it improves swordplay for a short amount of time, so it improves probably accuracy. So now we're definitely better prepared for this battle. Let's see how it proceeds. Probably should have saved. It is sort of annoying that we can't just run somewhere so we can cast a spell. We can't. Thinking of moving here though, because somewhat makes it more difficult for the archer to actually shoot us. I'll have Owen set up his defenses. Getting pummeled here though. One of them is still running away. It's going a little bit better than it was last time, but we're still in pretty bad shape. Owen now has 9 health remaining, and if he gets one more blow, he's basically dead. get away from this fight. Here. He missed. Goroth is doing okay, but I will have to heal Owen from pretty much death. He tried his best. This did a lot for Goroth's armor. We did a lot better. Owen is pretty much near death. No need to so take one of these. Helps with the healing. Then let's take 3 of these. Then we'll sleep for 24 hours or so. His healing is at 31% still. His near death is at 81. We'll take another health pill, and then we'll take another 3 of the green stuff as well. We'll do another 24 hours. How is he now? Near death is 58%, healing is 31%. We'll take another healing vial. A further 3 of the green stuff. And then we'll rest again. It's a laborious process to bring someone back from near death. Best if you can avoid it, but sometimes you just can't. Might be able to sleep just a little bit more now. Try to make sure that we aren't wasting this. Probably need one more round now. Take one more of these and 3 additional health vials. Then we'll sleep. And through the night. That brings us to 92. We spent 5 rations and 12 vials of health and at least 3 sacks of healing on bringing ourselves back to full strength. At least we did survive. Take their gold. Are these rations okay? Yes, they are. How many does he need? There's 1 extra now, okay. Still welcome to get some rations. That's really helpful, actually. We spent quite a few of them. Now there were no magical casters in this group, so there are very unlikely to be health vials in the group. Often if you're fighting the enemy and there's a spellcaster in the group, he has some health restoration vials that you can just take away. Pretty sure there were more than 4 bodies here. In reality, I only see 25. Plus Squirrel plus Elf. +25 plus Curl plus Skill for the accuracy. Usually on this one is 0 quarrel skill, but the damage is much higher. Let's take some of these poisonous arrows. Not that I think we'll actually use them. We can always drop them later. Might be a fight where we need them. Now we can search all of these hollowed out tree stumps. Sometimes have valuable stuff hidden inside of them. Fairly low value item. Now these are mostly for monetary gain. You really don't have very much space for that right now. I think we'll just leave them. Continue on what is sure to be a treacherous journey over to that pass. We've already been ambushed once, and I'm fairly sure that will happen again. Maybe we can rise these guys now. Yeah, we were able to surprise them. That makes things significantly easier, and we can use the spells. They all took a great deal of damage. We'll be able to take down most of them with a single hit now, so in reality they should be one-hit wonders. One of them is already running away. I think we'll make him regret that choice. No mercy for these guys right now. Gonna need to sleep for a day or two, regain our health, but we're alive. We are alive. These rations are okay. We'll take them. We'll grab his gold as well. Being surrounded again. Sounds interesting. So you're going to use the pad as a USB controller. This is another very difficult battle. Once again, we need Owen to somehow survive. And we desperately try to beat these guys down. Might need to prepare for this battle as well. Don't think we're gonna beat it this way. Very outnumbered here. There are 7 of them and basically 2 of us, and we can't use the spellcasters, so in reality there's only really 1 of us. We can't cast a spell. The mage is largely useless. The Dragonstone on the armor. Because you can't cast spells when you're in hand to hand. If they get close enough, you're unable to cast any spells. Which is pretty tough. Yeah. That is precisely our predicament. So if we get cornered and surprised like this, it basically means that, especially with this number of enemies, that basically means that we are very unlikely to even make it out alive. Let's improve the armor here a little bit. Won't do very much, but I will do something. We should probably we have a fair amount of this. This is the offensive potion. We should probably take some of that as well. Have a decent amount of it. We have very little of the rest. See how we fare after making these changes. Yeah, combat in this game is not easy at all. It's difficult and it requires a lot of thought and strategy. It's, what sometimes helps is positioning yourself correctly. You see he has 3 archers and friendly fire is a thing in this game, so one of the best things that can happen is that the enemy shoots itself repeatedly, which is a good result for us. You can see the added damage is sorted with the enhancement done to it. Well, that definitely helps. There's a very limited amount of runs that we could actually survive here. Owen defends himself better with the defensive potion in him, so he will eventually run out of hit points. Goroth will also, when he gets hit like this, he will stumble, and now the fight is done. Owen is somehow still alive. That went well. We already took it, right? We did. On top of that, we sort of need things to go well for us. I think we managed to surprise them now. Yeah, that makes a world of difference. Then we can use this spell. This is a very good spell. Now, instead of being at full health, some of them are pretty weak, so we only really need one blow on these guys. We can actually use Owen to fight them. It's a lot more useful than just having him stand there. Do have to actually hit them though. Somewhat surprised that Goroth is doing so badly hitting these guys right now. I'll allow this guy to run away for now. We can always take them down afterwards. One of them escaped, but it's not really a great loss. Perfectly fine. And our abilities will slowly improve as we do this. This is poison, right? Yeah. We already have a way to do that. I have an item that we found that we can basically use to do so. Okay, I don't want any more of them. I have one more. Why is the game doing this? Don't be obtuse. No matter how many we give, we always seem to have the same. It's pretty funny. That's not a bug at all. Fine. Get out of my inventory, clogging up the little space that I have. The gold will obviously take. The root oil as well. I think we already have some. We do. We'll add some more. It's useful. It's an enhancement that we definitely need all the help we can get right now. Are we headed for another battle? That's tough. That's really, really tough. Did not expect that at all. We're in very poor health. Knew we were in danger, but we're much more than danger now. We're in deep shit. Not even sure I actually saved the game. But this place is absolutely crawling with these soldiers. Considering how badly banged up we were, we actually did okay. Let's go back anyway. Restoring Owen from near death is a very expensive proposition. I think we did, in fact, not save before approaching this battle. Did not get the element of surprise either, so I think we're pretty much screwed here. Let's see how the rest of this fight turns out. There is some of it is definitely in the roll of the dice. Particularly in regard to accuracy in the battles. Sometimes you seem to be a lot more accurate. No real reason why that would be the case. At least only one of them is currently picking on Owen. Owen is actually doing a fine job of protecting himself. Still has pretty much a full complement of health. That went very well for us. Can't imagine how that could have gone any better. So I think we'll back out. Right about here. There are bodies everywhere. And then we'll rest for about 2 days or so, recuperate our health, and then get back to the business of slaying these guys. All those empty sacks. I think we left. I purposely left all of this behind. There was a key here that I didn't see. Can sometimes be a little bit difficult to spot all the bodies on the floor, and you do need to click each and every one of them. So sometimes you just miss them. This time we did manage the element of surprise. That's nice. There are in fact only 5 of them, which is also nice. One of them is already down. The other 3 are definitely of rather poor health. Running away, you coward. A dose of your medicine. Inks at the game. I need to sleep for 3 whole days here. Wasting a little bit of rations, but I'm sure there have to be some on all of these bodies that we've gone through here, of which there are quite a few. I'm somewhat afraid they're so stacked now that we can't actually see them all. There's certainly a problem. Really, I'm mostly interested in finding some rations and supplies at this point. Health potions would also be very useful. And of course, just a gold hard cash is also fine. Change the perspective a little bit here and see if we missed any of them. I think we actually did. That's pretty much all of them. That went decently well for us. What's here? An empty house. Edible berries that we can pick and eat. That here as well. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's nice. That's helpful. It's pretty much the food that we lost. Fill up our water pouches as well. Headed for trouble again though. Getting out of here is definitely not easy. Owen stumbled, but we still got out. The ability to cast a spell. Let's take care of this guy. Blocked Owen, probably for the remainder of this battle. take care of this magical caster here first. We'll turn our attention to these what look to be giants or ogres. Leave Owen alone. Right, yeah. That's my concern that we'll just beat Owen to death here. So that didn't turn out very well for us. Let's see what these guys had on them. What's this? A tuning fork. Interesting. More of the strength potion. Somewhat curious if some of these guys left behind some healing properties. Might make it worthwhile to just take the loss. Don't think that's the case. We'll restore and try this again. Didn't go terribly, but it could have gone better as well. Might need to strengthen ourselves just a little bit here. So try to see if we can go into battle without. Yeah, we can. So definitely going to do another full strength Evil Seek. Priority is definitely on this spellcaster here. Guys. Still don't have any control of Owen. Tough guys, for sure. Nothing on these guys. Just guess giants don't have a lot of cash on them. Use the remaining charge on the Armorer's Hammer here. Fill up our vials. I have no idea what this actually does. It's not used in it's used in battle, obviously. I'm sort of wondering what it actually does. Don't seem to be able to use it on anything. Maybe it's a spell. Could be a spell. try it out in combat. We hadn't checked this course before, otherwise the game wouldn't have told us that. They appear to have very little on them. They were definitely quite tough. Still going in the right direction. Take this one battle at a time. See a couple of these berry bushes here. That's useful. That's a whole bunch of restoratives. Use one right away. I will take the rest. These are poisoned. These are all okay. Gonna reduce the space a little bit here. Doing this. Was wondering for the longest time why the rations sometimes stacked and why they didn't, and I found out last stream. There was a helpful user in chat that pointed out that if they're spoiled or poisoned, they don't stack. Wish I'd known that many moons ago, but never mind. Owen stumbles again, screwing up our pretty good situation. Think that's a spellcaster hiding there behind guy with a bow. It is. So this fight is going well for us, for sure. Doing a swell job here. Gonna need the element of surprise to beat this battle. I don't see us getting out of this one alive using any other way. I don't understand why the enemy is running away, but they are. Not only did I have the upper hand, but they had us squarely beaten. We'll restore once more. Try to sneak up on these guys again. The element of surprise makes a surprising amount of difference here. We'll focus on the spellcaster. The rest of them we can definitely take. Don't think you're getting away. You're not. We did pretty well that time around. How many wilds are there? There are only 2. Okay. Let's move it over. Sip one of them. These Russians okay as they are. How many here? 10 and 13. So Gorov needs 1. Who needs 4? Who has 1 extra? That's fine. We'll just eat it. We'll use this one. It has 3 charges. Leave the rest there. Nothing on that guy. Has some money over here. More cash. Spoiled Russians. We won't take them. No, just poison us, which is bad. Yeah, this has all gone bad. Okay. Where's the spellcaster? Where's the body of the spellcaster? Should be here somewhere. Don't really see it though. Sometimes hard to make out the bodies in this mess. Doesn't look like the body is there. If it is, we've already clicked it and found it contains nothing. I guess we move on very carefully. A cornfield? I don't remember eating no corn. Eating this would only make us sick. Gorov said he probably isn't aware of the powers of high fructose corn syrup. While it will definitely give you diabetes, it will it's edible nonetheless. Nothing there. Surprising amount of peace and quiet here though. The calm before the storm, no doubt. Side path here. Were there other paths like this earlier in this? Might have missed it because it's a green color. Roads used to be. Roads definitely used to be gray color, but I guess in the snow doesn't make sense. We might have Yeah, we missed one of them here. Was this lead? Standing before the well made Owen feel very strange, like 1,000 eyes were watching him, staring at him, burning into his soul. He shivered uncontrollably. This well is said to have special properties, though few have ever been able to drink from it. God of that. Why is that? Asked Owen, still shivering. Gorath turned slowly and looked down at Owen. Because it is very dangerous and because only practitioners of magic can survive its powers. Decision is yours, my young friend. Do you wish to drink from the well? Yeah. We'll drink, but we'll save first, so we're not dumb. Yes. What then, Mr. Game? Just thinking about it. Fairly sure we crossed here. Reboot time. Beep. Stuck note. Shall we try this again? Leave it for a few seconds. Let's see if it recovers from this. But this is weird. Definitely crashes pretty hard. Mouse isn't moving. Keyboard is responsive. It caps lock still works, but the mouse isn't working. Guess we could try going further down the path and returning to this and see if it does this again. It's definitely, it crashes pretty hard. Continue down this path for a bit. Tent here. Gorath approached the tent cautiously. Owen, following carefully behind, whispered, "Isn't it kind of strange that there is a well-traveled path leading to this tent?" Standing before it, Owen realized that the tent had been erected in the middle of a house long since fallen. Only a few scraps of rotting wood and a square patch of earth around the perimeter of the tent gave no evidence of its former life. Gorath peeled back the flap of the tent and went inside, Owen following closely behind. "A powerful spellcaster lived here once long ago," said Gorath. "My brothers still come here on occasion." Silently they left the tent and returned to the road. Okay. So did we need to go there first? Is that it? Can't drink from this well. That's for sure. So we'll have to leave it be. If it was something that we were meant to do, we'll just have to skip it. No well for us. Oh well. In this case, perhaps, oh not well. Double checking that there weren't more paths here before that we missed. It's bad. So many of these side tasks that you need to do in this game. If you miss these paths, you have to go back and redo all of them. Annoyingly. The Battle of Sarsagoth was fought here. Let all who visit this place remember the strength and courage of our ancestors. May their legacy stand forever. Okay. So just the tree stumps. Okay, we're all the way back. Fine. We can track back to where we were and follow the trail of endless dead bodies here. It's the empty house with the cornfields. That's the empty house. This is basically the last thing we examined, right? We move further down the road. Headed for trouble here. What is this place that we're arriving at? Seems like a town. It is a town. It's the town of Harlech. We won't be able to take all these fellows. Maybe we can try another tactic to get by them. How? What are you suggesting, Korath? Well, these are very useful. They help us sneak, but we don't have two of them. Unless we can find some way to change our appearance, this down will be the death of us. How could we possibly change our appearance? Fine, run away. Don't much mind. We're poisoned. At least Owen was. Otherwise, okay, actually. We survived. By it pretty barely. We're further into the town, seems to be out of the question. What we do here instead? Owen really saved our ass here. Okay, so we need to change our appearance. How do we do so? Wasn't anything on the way to help us, but guess now we track further back, try another path. There's probably some place we need to visit. Let's hope it doesn't have something to do with that well, because we're definitely not going to be able to go there. It's Sarsagoth. That's Leolan. I was beginning to believe Delgan had slain you. You have been infuriated that you escaped. You sound imminently pleased at the prospect. Why this charade, Leolan? You can't believe in Delgan's activities any more than I, and yet you support his cause. You command a respectable tribe and have almost as much power. Almost. Do you forget who engineered your escape from Sarsagoth all those months ago? Who do you think directed Delga's rats into snow plains while Opka's family scrambled to safety? That was my doing. If not for my help, the Six would surely have crushed your tribes from the Green Heart. Were you responsible for? No, I had nothing to do with your escape this time. Whatever you may have done, you have achieved on your own. Your first escape served my purposes, but your continued survival is as nothing to me. It neither threatens or advances my cause. I like her. Will you help me again? I will consider my efforts an investment against the future of the North Transgoroth. They will gain me little now, but perhaps at a later day your help may be useful. I will alert my spies to whatever your needs may be. To be honest, I don't believe you'll achieve much beyond your own survival, but even that may prove to be my boon. You consult with the monster, Lilian. Tell us away and we shall murder him in his sleep. Show us a secret passage and we shall drink his blood and buy them ritual out of their pact of blood. And what shall become of us? Morwulf will then step into his father's place and use our treachery to light the fires under our pursuers. Talokan might fight this battle, then Arkin die with him on foreign soil for futile cause. Only then will the other clans who wait to join him know that we cannot unify under a banner of death. The failure taught them no lesser after Moran Mantus betrayed us in the field, and this shall come to no new conclusion. You want the same things, Gorath, though I intend to claim what you fear. I will take the throne of the nations of the north when Talokan has fallen to Kingdom Blades. I will lead. I don't know whether I should laugh or weep at that suggestion, Lillan, but I favor you over his bastard, Geth Moralv. There have been few occasions I've had to visit Nala's Rib. I forgot its location. It lies south of here as the crow flies, a few minutes from the front gates of Sarsagoth. I've not been there in a long while. Okay. We've not been there, that's for sure. So I guess we need to go to Nala's Rib. Again, I must seek help in the kingdom. Prince Arutha's army must be there to meet Talokan. It may prove more difficult than you imagine. Talokan has called for Narab's head. Why should that be? If not for Narab, I would still be loose in the kingdom. I do not know what fires burn in his mind, but they smoke like madness to me. Narab has called on his clan. Around us, though they can be a little threat to us here, the Six will crush them hopelessly, but they can restrict us for time. Hey there, Brother Bill. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fine Friday. The more that Narab plays the fool, the more time it will gain us, although I could wish we were doing it elsewhere. Is there no way past his clan? Not unless you may know how to bring down the Dark God's wrath from Nala's Rib. I can't imagine a way until the Six arrive. For what goal does Talokan do this? There can be nothing gained by attacking a single castle on the frontier of the kingdom. He tells those who rally to him that Morandamus lives, that he is captive within the kingdom, and that he intends to free him from captivity. None saw him die at Sethanon. And what advantage is there in that for Talokan? Step aside and let Morandamus retake his place on the throne. I would easier believe you, the mistress of death, than Talokan, one who longs for his ancient master. It would seem then there is one among the Marithol who thinks I too have wondered at what he wishes to gain, and I may only conclude he plots to get something from Amandamus in exchange for freeing him. He had great powers, greater even than the Six who now work for Talokan. Perhaps he believes he can learn the secrets of our former leader's powers. Whence did Talokan's magicians come? They were spoken of in Harlech before I left the Northlands to they advise. And more, they plan great schemes into the night with him, meetings to which even I am no longer privy. They are the ones who recommended the extermination of the tribe. They speak of the lowborn as if their lives are without value. It is as if they live for complexities of intrigue. Little else seems to matter to them. When they buy their wine, with what coins do they bargain? None. They carry only gems, rubies of low quality. They toss them about as if they were as common as seeds. They abide in Sarsagoth. Whether with Talokan at the moment they have gone south with Marvel to Harlech, I believe they mean to round up others of his tribe. Been reluctant to join Talokan's throng. That was insightful. I guess we crawl back a little bit here. This is not too bad, there are only 4 of them. If we get a chance to use magic, we'll be fine. See if we can get out of their range. Quite a little runner, isn't he? big mistake for them to leave O and B. Now they're all dead. That turned out pretty well for us. Slowly running out of rations though. Let's hope these guys had some rations on them. That would definitely help us a little bit here. So far, only these swords and weapons. I guess we could go to Sarsagoth and get some supplies from there as well. Now, this is a far more difficult battle. Pretty sure they won't leave us alone this time around. No, they don't. That was a mistake. We should have backed out. Saved. Now we meet our demise once again. This is why we save the game on a fairly regular basis. Which I had in fact just done. That's Lillian again. I wasn't actually trying to move forward earlier, I was just trying to get a better perspective of the bodies in case we missed something. That's when we got ambushed again. With these rations, they're poisoned. Let's not take them then. Right here. Can't even see them. Absolutely haunted. Did he actually come all the way to me. I think he did, but they were screwed anyway. Goroth is dead. Boost our weapons and armor before going into this battle. This one is tough. I don't think we can outrun these guys. There are simply too many of them. We'll have to use the tactic that we've used before, and we'll need to boost before going into battle. Then have Owen take a defensive stance until we're at a point where there are few enough of them that we can actually do something. So give Goroth one of these. We'll take one for ourselves. This will increase our defenses. And we'll enhance our weapons. Might. Tempted to have Goroth take one of these strength potions as well. That should help. They're right here, they're almost on top of us. We have no way of ambushing them. I guess we'll take the defensive stance. It's not impossible, it's just it's pretty difficult. This is a good position for the bowman to be in, because I'm actually fairly sure he'll hit his own men more than he actually hits us. I'm fine with that. Now we can use magic. Take that. That as well. Of course, defense ability increased. Owen is on fire. Poisoned by one of the blades. Have a few of the anti-venoms left still. Don't have an endless supply of them now. How are we doing health-wise? Could be worse, I suppose. Need another day's rest here. Check to see if these guys had any rations. We're running pretty low rations. If they don't, we will have to go back to Sarsagoth and get some rations. So okay, take these. Only 2 of them. Need a lot more. These are poisoned. Can't take them. $11 here. They're not poisoned. We'll share these. It's quite a bit of rations, actually. There, among the trees, is a house. This is the 3rd or 4th time tonight that the game is just completely crashed like this. I think a bit weird. Crashed when I clicked the house. Similar way that it crashed when I clicked the well. Thankful that we are pretty good with saves coming. I don't remember if I saved though after we got out of that fight. I might have though. Probably did. Yeah, I did. Just saved actually. More another fight. Could be worse. Let's go after the spellcaster first. That was pretty easy. Hold on. Lost power to the Roland. Okay, it's fine. We can definitely use this. We'll just use it to repair our armor. It only has 1 charge. that's fine. Yeah, defensive potion. We've been using quite a few of these. It's good to get more of them. Few torches as well. We could be making a fortune selling all of this armor and stuff that we're finding here, but alas, we're very far away from anything where someone would actually be willing to buy any of it, and we don't have any space in the inventory to lug it along and sell it. We would have to leave some of it in a bag somewhere and make multiple very boring trips back and forth, and I just can't be bothered. We did a lot of that earlier in the game when we were very low on funds. This house we just cannot click. It crashes the game every time. So let's hope it's not very important. That's the second thing in this area that we just cannot click. Crashes the game. First there was the well, then there's this house. Let's hope this doesn't impede our progress. I really don't feel like playing the game up until this point. If this save is corrupted, for example, that would suck quite a bit. I have kept separated saves for each stream though, so if it just recently got corrupted, we might be able to salvage it. Worth pushed open the door of the wooden barn. Inside he found stalls containing a standard mixture of animals. The floor of the barn was covered with a pungent mixture of hay, dust and animal dung that made his eyes water. He was glad when they left a few minutes later. Okay. The greatest place in the world. I think in this house, or we at least can't click it, so we will never know. Going in the wrong direction now. Yeah, we're going back. Let's not go back, we'll go further south. Try to slip up on these guys. Now this is a relatively tough crowd, but did get the element of surprise. Help us quite a bit. Left Owen alive. Big mistake. Cast on this guy. Pretty sure none of them survive this one. Although Owen is probably he's near death. Give some of the rations over to Owen. Need to sleep for a bit here. Need to use all of his spell points, and that basically means that we've used all of his health and stamina as well. Difficult master this game. These are unspoiled rations, so we'll share those. And more of this flame root oil. Which can be used as protective coating for the armors. assume is a good idea at this present point in time. Might split them between them. These are spoiled. Armorer's hammer, single use. I combine 2 vials here. Move the armorer's hammer over here. Can't because still 2 charges here. Only move one of them over there. We'll leave one here. Move that back. Maybe can't do that either. Sometimes the inventory management in this game is a bit screwy, must be said. Certainly isn't always very helpful. Move this over here, we'll just use it. It has a single charge, and we'll use it. Not allowed to use it. We'll move this one over. Move this one back. Move this one over. Over here. Move this over here. It's not that you can't do it, but the game could definitely be helping you with this. Okay. Neither of them actually need or can repair their armor at this exact point in time. For this oil rag as well. It's good for both the weapons and the armor. Use it later. The 4 of these herbal packs that we can use to heal ourselves. It's pretty useful. Look here under the dirt as well. Take the coins at least. Don't really need the bowstring. We use the bow very limited at the moment. Very rarely are we in ranged combat. Town over here is Cairn. Let's go in here. Empty house. Seems to be a very game has crashed again here. Don't know what we should do about this. Googling this a little bit. problem. Building freeze. In chapter 4, whenever you click a building, the game freezes. Solution in 1, download this patch. Okay, I guess this is turning into a text stream. We have a patch. We hook up the network cable to the Windows 98 machine. I'll be right back. Okay, let's fire up Windows. That looks off. ScanDisk. Lovely. And now we wait. Oh, well, the display is acting like this. Why the keyboard doesn't work either. Okay. Might not need it in Windows in case it doesn't actually register. I have no idea why the display is acting like this either. Don't much feel like troubleshooting that right now. If I can't use the keyboard, I guess I can't use it here either. That is certainly an issue. Okay, let's see what the settings are like. The BIOS regarding the keyboard. I'm fairly certain I have the legacy USB support active. Here probably. USB legacy port is enabled. Works fine in DOS mode, doesn't perhaps work as well in Windows. Oh, last time I booted into Windows, everything was fine. It's been a while though. Windows 98 doesn't by default just work with any keyboard. You sort of you need a driver for each and every device. See that the display is back. I wonder if the keyboard is as well. It is in fact not. Maybe we could just try using the default driver. Maybe that just works fine. Sorry, I can't see who rated. We're in the middle of a tech troubleshoot. I'll be with you in just a second. Why is this so difficult here? Is it going to find the keyboard again? It's already found it 3 times. I would think that perhaps be enough. Hey there, One My Conga, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. We're doing tech troubleshooting because apparently the game hates us. Still, the keyboard does not seem to actually work. Or does it? Does now, okay. It does now. It's fixed. Isn't that great? Could not retrieve directory listing. Why is that? Seemed to be working fine for a second, and it didn't work fine. So delete this, use the default, see where we end up. Fine. Okay. Can't go into this folder. Okay. Probably some permission issue. Easy side. That's fine though. We'll just move this file to the root of this directory instead. Doesn't really matter. It's called gold. Here's the file. Get this file. It's now in temp. It is. Extract it here. Here it is. We'll rename this. To ChroPath, and then let's jump into command prompt. I'm sure there's a readme of some sort here. This patch will update versions 1.0 and 1.01 of Betrayal Counter to 1.02. If you're unsure what version you're currently using, refer to the label on your game disk. If you're already running 1.02, there's no need to run the patch. Okay. Fine. Guess we need to copy all these files here. That didn't really seem to do much of anything. Does it say anywhere which version it is? Guess it's a pretty quick way for us to just test it. It crashed on one of these houses, as I remember. No, it still crashes, so. Guess something more needs to be done here. Let's boot it to DOS mode again. There was another hint that you could bypass this problem by running the game without sound effects and music, but it seems pretty boring. Want to see if we can get it working without having to resort to that. Though, if nothing else, that's what we'll do. Mm-hmm. It says file not found. Yeah, this is a pretty, has turned into a pretty boring text stream. I see an immediate problem here. So at least see what's happening here. See which one it is that it's actually doing. Let's remove the CSS here. Another CSS somewhere else. Yeah, of course, it gets overwritten when you need to copy the files back. I guess we added the one that's actually here. Remove this CLS. And I want to get rid of this null. And I want to get rid of this null as well. So we kind of need to see what's going on here. It says file not found. To what exactly? Stop it from deleting the files. Now it says update complete. No errors this time around. It's 453904. I have an actual follower bot. See, I have a backup of the executable from since we had to do a restoration of the disk. Let's examine that file, see if it has the same properties, in which case it's probably not been patched at all. It is possible that this GOT version can't be patched using this method. Where's the exe? It's here. Also 453904. Fairly sure this hasn't been patched at all. Applying modify file path for install.exe. New version already exists. Applying modify file path for control 00001. Old file does not exist. That's an obvious lie. Of course it does. So also patch piece 101. Wonder if I can just find a fully patched version of this. It's very likely the problem is simply that the problem is simply that it isn't the correct file to patch. I noticed that the file counter 001 is a 001 is a much newer than the rest of the files in the directory. Yeah, the game is crashing, and it seems we've hit a bug that was in the original game that seems to be still in the GOG version of the game. It's relatively annoying, yes. For sure. Now, there are only 2 of these patch files here. One and 101. One is for version 1.0 of the game, and the other is for version 1.01 of the game. And does seem as though we don't have the correct version of the file to patch here. So what we really need is either a patched version of this file or the original file. You see if 11.562.652. This is the version of the file that that is part of the GOT pack. It's funny that it patched the install. Why would it patch the install? might have to continue this another date. I might have to find a version of the game that works better. So as soon as you click this house, it just crashes pretty hard. We could try this workaround with disabling the sound. I wonder how far we have to go with that. Whether it's just the sound effects that we need to disable or also the music. Whether that helps at all. Bypass the problem, but I have a feeling we'll run into the same problem again at some point. Try turning off the sound first, which will disable the digital sound, won't disable the music. Did nothing. Let's try the music next. They do have an excellent refund system. That's not really the problem, but yeah, it's fairly rare that the GOG version isn't just a very complete version of the game. It's really rare, in fact. But it's completely possible that this works fine in DOSBox, but doesn't work on real hardware. It's certainly possible that they didn't try backporting it to real hardware and trying it out there. Works fine if you turn off the music. So it's the same bug. Or at least that's verified, but doesn't really solve the problem for us. So we could play it without the MIDI background music. That's potentially just fine. Put some other music on. Still relatively annoying, and it will probably come back to bite us at some point again. For now, let's move on here a little bit. I'll try to look into this before the stream next Friday, see if I can find a fully patched version of this file. Yeah, we'll have Pretzel rescue us for now. Reload. I didn't actually read the message at the door, which was relatively important. I could at least for sure see that we could move on without being able to check out this town. Wait a minute, cried Owen. Where are you going? Do you know who lives here or something? Gareth annoyed, turned around and went to the door, knocked lightly. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. He was interrupted by the sound of the door kicking open. The door was to his back, so only Owen could see the pained look on Gareth's face. He turned around slowly. There was instant recognition of the face of the female monitor. They obviously knew one another. She smiled at Gareth celously and pulled his reluctant form into the house, leaving Owen standing in front of the door. After several minutes, Gareth returned, backing out of the house and nodding. What was that all about? Owen asked with a grin. Nothing, just an admirer, said Gorath. She didn't have much news that we don't already know. Let's get out of here. Okay. The shop is closed for business. This business sucked. Gorath knocked on the wooden door and patiently waited for an answer. When the door swung open, he found himself staring down at a small child. Seeing Gorath, his eyes widened. Seeing Owen, they got even wider, and he disappeared back into the house just as his mother came forward. She spoke to Gorath in Morital as though she knew him, but scowled every so often at Owen. She had the child bring some fresh water, and after a few more words with Gorath, closed the door. Her husband, along with most of the males in the area, have left to fight with Delca, and the females and children must fend for themselves. Is it that easy for your race to just leave everything behind like that? Asked Owen. Gorath turned to the young magician with a somber look on his face. They did not have a choice. Guess not. Tis a shop. They sell rations. That's nice. Armors, hammers, and other necessities. Also nice. Did we check every house in this godforsaken town? Just double checking. That was the barn. There are a couple of houses here down the road that we didn't get the opportunity to check either. Seem to remember that being the case. Before we ventured into trying to restore this. Yeah, okay, we're all the way back here. Okay, I guess we move onwards. There's a pile of dirt over there. Yeah, that we already checked. We ventured into this town without much luck. There's another settlement over here. Or is this just the other end of the town? It's the other end of the town. Lots and lots of poisoned rations. Isn't that nice? What a wondrous gift. We might escape this yet. Get rid of this mage. problem with these guys is that they take quite a beating, so Oroth is pretty much out of it at this point. I wonder how long that will actually last. But for the entire duration of the battle. I'm trying to do here is gain enough health, be able to actually cast a spell. Yeah, which we eventually succeeded in doing. Owen probably has pretty much no health left. Yeah, he's at 2. He's not critical, so he will recover. We're low on rations, but not dangerously so. Let's go back to that town and buy some more rations. I'm wondering how far south we actually have to go. It's very difficult to... there were 3 of them. I can see them from this perspective, and it seems that they had certainly nothing on them. What did the lady say at the intersection before? Wondering if we're going in the wrong direction here. Making light work of these guys. Don't think this will take very long. More spoiled rations of lockpicks. Key. Actual rations. These are spoiled though. I'm not sure we're supposed to yeah. One of those dumb traps. Not sure we're actually supposed to wander any further than we have at this point. Okay. Seems to have disabled this particular trap. And we got hit here again. Didn't disable the gun, did it? Ouch. Yes, we can. Make it through using this method, but by losing quite a bit of health. Have to actually kill us though. We're at the bridge here, which I'm not sure we're actually supposed to be passing. We are supposed to travel south from Sarsagoth. We're definitely not traveling south. We find ourselves in battle once again. Low on health and without the element of surprise. I guess this is a doomsday for us, really. We would have needed to take care of that mage as a first thing to do. Take the road back. Should be relatively safe on the road. We've been through that before. Yes, this is the direction we go in. Direction from which we came. Guess we're nearly back at that town again. Going to need to buy some rations there at this point. There was a shop somewhere. Was this it? Yeah, it was by sell him our rations, buy a full pack. Fine. Souvenirs, novelties, and party tricks. This is the lady that advised us to go south. I guess that's what we do. We head south. And battle, but not a particularly difficult one. Can easily take 4 of these guys. Enemy ran away. Were poisoned, unlikely enough. Oh, I'm not even sure we actually got hit once, so that's a bit surprising. It would be pretty nice if you could cast spells in this game without resting for 2 days. Guess it's just part of the game mechanics. Also brings a resource management issue into casting the spells in a similar way that many other games do it in terms of spell points, but it isn't tied to actually tied to spoiled. Okay. It isn't tied to actual spell points. I'm fairly certain that's an enemy up ahead. What incarnations is this? Some sort of combination of a fight and a trap. Because this is where the arrows come in very handy. Oh, they're all very dead, but then what? Useful. Our armorer's hammer that has 0 charges will definitely make good use of that. The a mana restoration potion, which is quite good actually. Guess we can move on. Somewhat not going in the right direction here. Should be going much more over here. This is facing south, right? This is facing south. Closer to it. Yeah, this is south. Another battle. Stop running away like a coward. Fire quarrels, good for those. Come in handy. And a little bit of gold. Guess we need to rest quite a bit here. Once again, we're using up all of our rations and roughly going south now. Somewhere here must be what we're looking for. It's a very mountainous area, absolutely surrounded with many enemies. Leave him alone, the big brute. Let him recover his health. Oh, he's poisoned again. Would be good if these rations are okay. They are. Leave 2 of them here. We have 2 full packs of rations again. Rest for 24 hours. We'll use up 2 of them, and then we can take the rest of it. then we can rest for another 24 and seemingly for yet another 24. We're probably okay for now. I want to guess based on the amount of enemies that are here that this is sort of where we want to be. Can't imagine that it's anywhere else than in this little ridge here. Bunch of tents over there. The tent was open, but there was nobody inside. While Garth stood watch out front, Owen went inside to look around. There were several piles of wood and some woodworking tools along one wall of the tent, and some unfinished chests near the other. We found anything Garth called? No, just some wood and some tools. Looks like someone is building some chests. There was a short pause, then Owen heard Garth say yes, or perhaps taking some apart. Could do with some more rope. I think we have full complement of shovels. Also, take one of these. It's full. Has 20 charges on it. Don't really need more of them. This is abandoned. This is the one I clicked before, right? No. No. As they approached the tent, Owen could hear the sounds of someone working inside. Abruptly, the sound stopped. Garth called out a greeting to Moritrol, and a moment later, Smári Drottnell joined them. Well, my elusive friend, he said, I heard news you had been recaptured, but I see you have eluded Delacan once again. What of the rest of the Greenheart clan? Garth stole a glance beyond the Moritrol into the tent and spoke slowly. Some fled, others have been pressed into service by Delacan. What of you, old friend? What is your story? I have no loyalties. My ship has always been steered by the captain least likely to get me killed. Now I stockpile supplies for the army that approaches it. You do not think that Delacan's plan to attack the kingdom will get you killed, just as your brothers were killed following Normandimus? Garth shot back. When that time comes, perhaps I will seek a new captain, he said. He looked at Garth for a long time, then added, there are some boxes to the southeast, now go. The southeast, he says. I can see the boxes for sure. Some more dumb word puzzles coming up. Think of real value here, I think. All fairly basic weapons. We could pilfer them, but they won't help us very much. As the book looked and smelled quite new, Garth turned to the onion skin covered title page and discovered a dedication written there. This is a copy of works scribed to the 3rd year of the reign of King Liam I, for brother for Sain, archer and friend. Sometimes these books do something, but sometimes they do very little, actually. Question becomes, hey there, Will, welcome in. Welcome in, Score Squad. How was the rest of the stream?
There's one thing that sucks, no quality option.
We've been dealing with a bunch of issues here, mostly that there's a bug apparently in the original game where it refuses to do music in chapter 4 in bits. If you have the music turned on, the game crashes. So we've had to turn off the music in the game for now until I figure out a patch for that. Yeah, nice to see the emotes publicly available. Thanks for Lisa, bro. Welcome, you guys. You were right, you're pretty late. I was about to wrap things up, really, but still a little bit curious. Concise and poetical after a fashion, Callan's book detailed many of the factors that could affect the Quirrell while in flight and the measures that could be taken to compensate for crosswinds, boats with poor spines and targets that were partially obscured. He further went on to recommend that archers consume true sight tea regularly as a means to sharpen their sight, and advised the reader to keep bowstrings and adventure in handy to maintain crossbows. So if I which one had one? This one. I move this book over here. Hey, Lisa. Welcome in. Nice of you guys to arrive at 1 AM. I see that you know me well. I think I'll leave this book behind here. To his abilities and what's going on in here. What's going on in this madhouse here? I don't know. Thanks for gifting us up to Viotti for the 8K RAM. It's very much appreciated. And thanks Gleaser for gifting us up to Bloody Cactus as well. And hello Hype Train. Don't think I've actually had a Hype Train before. I wonder if with this book the Hype Train is up and running. It's at level 1. Sometimes it just doesn't show up. You still see the message that it's closed, but it's already there. It's weird. Thanks for the 8 bits for the 8K RAM. Thanks for the 100 bits, please.
E.T. video game?
E.T. video game? No, I get absolutely nothing from reading this book multiple times. Nothing happens. Just wasting time. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of games, was it? I think it's unfair to blame the crash of the industry on that one game, though. I think it was just it was more of a last straw sort of way. There are lots of these boxes. The general poor quality of software was probably more the problem than that particular game itself, but no, that's pretty much the point. I think the issue is more that they made a ton of these games and they expected it to sell pretty well, and it did very poorly. It just was released at a pretty bad time, and most of the cards that have been made ended up buried somewhere. When it's said that we should go south, where exactly is it that we should go? Because I don't really see where it is that we could potentially be going here. Perhaps. Perhaps it was more for tax reasons than it was for reasons having to do with the game. Okay, the lady said go south, and we went south instead of doing what we probably should have done, which was go west. Yeah, they did. There was quite a bit in that landfill that didn't have anything to do with ET. Yeah, there's a lot of crap being released, and as you can see with this game, this is the GOG version of this particular game, and supposedly it's been patched to version 1.02, but this bug that they found, which Sierra patched sometime back in 1993, is still present in this version, and is still causing problems. Thanks for the gifting a tier 1 sub to Invoke Void, Will. You're being very, very kind tonight. First with the raid and then with the gifted subs and the resubs and so on. I appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for being here. We tried this silly little well here before, and I was going to try to drink from it, but the game kept crashing, so I guess we could say no, but if we try to say yes, the game crashed, so I guess we now try to say yes. Owen took a sip of the magical water. At first there was no effect, save the powerful beating of his heart, which had actually begun even before the water touched his lips. Then slowly colors began to swirl in front of him, a rainbow with wings that dipped and soared, creating beautiful patterns of light and color in the air. Faster and faster blending, crashing together until at last an image began to form. Owen refused to blink for fear it would go away if he closed his eyes for even an instant. And it spoke, not in words but in impressions and images that invaded Owen's mind. They swarmed inside his head like bees in a hive, until he thought he could stand it no longer, and then they were gone. Yeah, that sounds like a potent drink. We have to go to the magician's house, he said, looking up at Goroth. That's probably a diet cherry Pepsi that he had, Owen. Sounds pretty similar. Standing in the tent, which lay on the crumpled remains of the magician's house, Owen felt the same strange feeling of power that he had experienced at the well, guided by the images that had flashed in his head and now remained there. Burning in his memory, he walked to the northeast corner of the tent and began to dig. Goroth joined him, and a few inches under the surface their fingers touched the wooden frame of a small box. Pulling the box from its earthy grave, Owen looked inside. A single magical scroll inhabited the box, and he took it hastily. Then they left. Scratched out of the scroll in painstakingly lucid detail was a magical spell which had been titled Unfortunate Flux. Unfortunate Flux. Unfortunate Flux is a combat spell, so it does at least have nothing to do with our current predicament, which is that we can't get past the town because we're unable to hide from the soldiers. We can't really go through the pass, which is what we need to do. Already pilfered this bush of berries. Yeah, that's the stone to mark the Battle of Sarsagoth. Yeah, this is where we left this gem behind here. Pretty much gone in a circle now. We'll be arriving at Sarsagoth soon enough. No, don't think I've ever played that game. Is it similar to this one? There have been few occasions I've had to visit Nala's Rip. I forget its location. It lies south of here as the crow flies, a few minutes from the front gates of Sarsagoth. I've not been there in a long while. Okay. So we turn. Turn straight south and we go south. Obviously we can't go through the mountain. We can go past it. Sort of already been here though. So I think we have. Was trying to follow these instructions earlier. Let's camp for the night at least. See what we're doing. See where we are. Yeah, we could give it a shot for sure. Pretty much straight south from Sarsagoth at this point. But, on the other side here. Nothing here, at least, not that I can see. Guess we could go around this here, go further down here. Of course, we do sometimes get involved in battle. Not a lot we can actually do about that. Some of these battles are quite difficult, especially when we're heavily outnumbered like we are right now. It's not one of our finer moments, for sure. Okay. You really need Owen to be able to cast a spell. Can't cast a spell while we're in hand-to-hand combat. One of the strangest limitations of the combat system in this game. I have no idea how Owen is alive. He is somehow not strong enough to actually cast a spell. Thankfully, this guy is not an archer. Couldn't hit the ocean if he was standing in a boat. We have a chance to recover some health. And perhaps... No, he finally hit us. Even get him dead. Warath is basically a fighting machine at this point in the game. Against weak enemies like this, he just piles through the masses. Yeah, Petrol is a brilliant piece of software. I see they've hiked up their prices, but for their original subscribers, they've kept it the same, it seems. We're going to need more of this anti-venom stuff soon enough. How are we doing health-wise? Probably doing pretty poorly. Let's see. It's a hollowed out tree stump over there. There's also a dead body. So, okay, we'll take these. Some more money and weapon and armor enhancement. Okay. Game doesn't want to let us rest here, so let's back up in the other direction. We need to recoup some health here. Doing very poorly health-wise. This is probably enough for now. Yeah, that's roughly where we were going. The problem with all of this is that if I have the other map on, which is really the only way to navigate this, then I don't see the enemies, so I walk right into what could be an ambush. Which is what happens right here. I was sort of hoping he would not follow me. Which is what eventually happened. This spell is really quite excellent. problem is you can only cast it when you're not in melee combat. So if you're in hand-to-hand, you have no use for this spell. So sort of makes having this quite excellent spell largely worthless. So sometimes it does work. Particularly if you get the element of surprise, then you have the luxury of being able to cast a spell before the enemy manages to advance upon you. Stop shooting him, you piece of... Leave him be. Okay, another pretty difficult battle with a pile of these guys. Obviously, something is being protected. We had some very, very hard battles at the start of the stream, and we were leaving Sasagoth and traveling northeast. Got surrounded multiple times and a pretty difficult time of it. I guess the game really doesn't want us to advance. Best save. Not running out of rations again. Will happen when you have to sleep like this for days on end. Hoping we can get this done. This one is particularly nasty. Well, they've taken almost all of Owen's hit points, which means he can't cast any spells anyway, even if he were to survive this. Well, that fight is quite tough. Have we gone too far in this direction? We maybe have. Can't go. It's middle of the pack, I would say. There are definitely some very nice elements about it. The lore and the storytelling is good. The combat system is a bit limited. And it really is at points unnecessarily difficult. It really doesn't need to be this difficult. It's almost silly difficult at points. Now this is where we were before. This is where the tents and the boxes were. This is pretty much it. So we did get a little bit of help here, but this can't really be the place. Right. Yeah, thanks 48k RAM for your generosity. Enjoy your Riley Witch. Hoping it's fixed. Yeah, the 3D look really doesn't it really doesn't work very well. It's sort of just very hard to see what it is that you're doing. It's actually easier to navigate using this overview 2D view than it is to navigate using the 3D view, largely because it's just so difficult to realize what it is that you're doing, and things like picking supplies of the bodies becomes way too difficult because you have them in this 3D view, and you have to spin your view around so that you can actually access all of it and so on. It's not definitely be done in a better fashion. Okay, I guess we go down this path again and revisit everything here again. Yeah, good night, and enjoy the rest of your night for TKRM. Where are we exactly? There's something about this view also that makes it very easy to get lost, because it's somewhat, even if you have the compass there, it's I often get disorientated. Oh, one of them is completely out of rations. I have to share. This is the magician's well. Go further down. There's something here. No. Another empty house. This is the town where we want to be. Not going to save it, it's relatively pointless. We have no way to avoid these guys, and there are just simply far too many of them, so we can't approach this town. I'm missing something. There's something that we haven't done. As we track back to Sarsakov now, we can pick up some supplies at least. Can't really rest because we don't have any rations. Not complaining, Owen. And rest when you're old. This is where go upwards. I believe here. I don't think he is very much interested in knowing. I have one ration. The inventory in this game is also just It's very interesting. Now he has one Russian, and there is absolutely nothing we can do with this Russian. We have to go out. We have to go out and drop the Russian. Be able to go in and buy some more. This is just annoying game mechanics. It really doesn't have to be this way. Yeah, there is no way to get around this. If you can't get rid of the Russians, if the shop won't buy them or something, and you have no way of getting rid of stuff while you're in the store. You have to go outside the store and drop it in a bag there, and then you can go back in the store and pick it up. Now we can sleep. So she's in cohorts with the enemy, sort of, as we found out earlier. At this point in the game, we're missing something. So I guess we head into that town. It's close to here. Pack things up and return to this next Friday. Try to figure out what exactly it is that we need to do here. Undoubtedly, there's something that we've missed. Got very sidetracked by having to go through these technical issues. I'll try to find a working patched version of the game so we can get the sound back as well. Relatively annoying not to have the sound. It's entirely possible that they thought this was impressive. For the longest time, there was such a rush to get these 3D looking graphics into games that I don't think people realized just how badly they would age, because at this point in time you were able to do pretty cool things with pixel graphics. You had 256 colors and you were able to do pretty cool things, and instead people opted for this 3D look, which hasn't aged particularly well. There are entire early console platforms, early 3D games that I think have aged very poorly. Those low polygon counts 3D games, they just look bad. Much older games that were released 3-4 years before them, they actually look better now than the 3D ones. Although they were all the rage at the time, obviously. Ideas for a raid, guys, since we're on it. Check who's on the team. Yeah, Elite doesn't look very great right now. Frontier has aged a little bit better, but still, you could remake it. There is still a great game there, but the graphics haven't aged very well. The 3D games on the C64, they really suffered with the C64 CPU being run at half speed as well, because the accelerated video chip in the C64 does absolutely nothing for drawing the polygons, and that's where the C64 perhaps suffered. the 6502 can run at twice the speed it's actually running at, because it needs to share the RAM with a big chip, so it only gets every other cycle. I've got nothing, nobody to rate, so if you guys have any ideas, shoot them out. Dr. CTCS isn't actually playing something, he's just going through his Steam library, which I guess is fun, but not perhaps for viewing. Yuki and Bushido, he says. Fine. Yeah, XCOM UFO defense. Fine. I'll set it up. You aren't going to bed soon, Will. You will have to join us for a little bit of UFO defense. Yeah, it's a good game. It's actually a great game, and it's probably fun to watch. Into the Night. Have another beer and continue watching Twitch. Well, does that sound like a plan? Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for a total of 5 subs and 108 bits during the hype train. Gifting subs, cheering bits, very much appreciated, guys. Thanks for the raid again, Will Torres. And thanks for the raid one Konga, and thanks for the raid Ed Jury, and I'll see you guys Saturday, tomorrow, for some Might and Magic fun. Hope my voice recovers. It's pretty raw, but yeah, I think it will be okay. Heiðar Melanini, aloha, hello, and goodbye. Might be the final Might and Magic stream. I don't think it will be, though. I think there's 2 streams. I think it's the penultimate one. That we'll see. Anyway, running to you tomorrow. Later, guys. Enjoy the rest of your nights, and later.